It is May 22nd, 2021. Close to 80 degrees in northern Wisconsin.
Yep.
Breezy.
Breezy.
Bees are going nuts.
Loving the heat.
All the hives are mostly looking good, except for this guy.
Except for this one.
And what's going on with this one?
They're a little low on population, lacking some population. They could use a few more bees. The queen is not able to show her true potential. If I could only talk. Lots of eggs, but all the larvae is pretty dry. And there's not a whole lot of cap brood. There's only maybe one frame of cap brood. So what I'm going to do is, because this is an 8-frame box, I'm going to transfer these frames into 10-frame equipment because I have a few other stronger frames or boxes with bees in 10 frames, mostly the California hives that are kicking butt right now. So I'll take these out of this box, put them into this box, and make up the space with foundation frames. Take a queen excluder, because I'll leave the queen in this hive. I will separate the two boxes with a queen excluder. My newspaper blew away. I will take a piece of newspaper, set it on top of the existing hive that's over here, set the queen excluder on it, and then set this box on top of that hive, allowing the nurse bees to come up and help the colony that's in this box right here. There is a possibility, because you are now having 2 queens technically in one hive, the stronger hive might kill the weaker queen, or she just might be just fine. And I'll give it about 2 weeks, let them lay it up, see how they're doing, and then separate the 2 boxes back, and I should be able to have what was a weak hive that's dwindling or just barely able to take care of themselves. They should be doing very well, almost ready for a second box on top of them, and I will have essentially taken a split or pulled a nuke almost off of the original hive, so that way I don't have to worry about swarming. So there was one hive that went to California. They grew strong enough, they split that hive, put a new mated queen directly into it. They spent a few more weeks, or a month and a half or something like that, out in California, built up a little bit, came back to Wisconsin, and everything that got laid out in California has now emerged. Queen is still laying. There's pollen coming in like crazy. I've been keeping a jar of sugar syrup on them just to slowly keep them stimulated with incoming sugar. And so they should be kicking butt. I'm just gonna, like I said, double check and confirm that. And if they are doing as well as I think they are, these ladies right here will be set on top of them. So as you can see, if I open up the lid, there's maybe 3 frames of bees in an 8-frame box with a frame feeder. So there's 7 frames in here right now, and they're only able to take care of half of them. So they could use a little bit of a boost. All right, let's pop in here and see what we're working with. box of bees. Inner cover's getting full of wax. Just some of that off. Little leftover mite treatment from when they were in California. They've removed most of it themselves. Crack in here and see what we got. Lots of pollen, and wherever there's an opening, there is an egg or a very small larva. Same on this side. If it's not full of pollen, the queen laid in it. That's an entire frame of brood. Half brood and half pollen. Another frame of brood. So the queen they had put in here was a carniolan that was placed in there in California. I believe it's this year's queen, so young and vibrant, and vigorous as well. I know she's in here because she's laying everything up. If there's not sugar in a cell, or pollen, or brood, she just hasn't laid in it yet then. What do we have? 4 frames of brood so far. So without space, this hive would become overpopulated really fast and then swarm off, which does me no good. I could pull a split off of this, make another hive, but instead I'm going to take a weaker hive, set it on top, and use the bees that way. That is an entire frame of pollen. So, oh, there's the queen right in the middle of the frame.
Right
Yep.
there.
And there's eggs in every single one of those cells. I'm going to turn that around that way, just to keep the brood on the inside and the pollen on the outside. Take a quick peek at this one. That is just food stores. That's empty. I'm going to turn this one around so the empty side's on the inside, so they have more to play with. It's a box of bees. Screw them back together. Get the smoker going. Push them down. That way we don't squish any bees.
It's a good thing you picked that box to do this with,
Okay.
for how full it is.
5.5 frames of brood.
It's nuts.
Alright. Dig into this one. Transfer them over. Give them a temporary new home. Left leftover food frame from winter that they still haven't even touched. Frame feeder that's 3/4 full. Hey, stuck to the side and heavy. Transfer everything over. A little bit of pollen. There's nothing on the other side. It's empty. Some brood, a little pollen, some cat brood. But all the larvae that's down in there is pretty dry. They should be swimming in royal jelly. Oh, there's a queen. It's right in the middle of the frame. Right there. Trying to do her thing, just not enough bees in there to help her out. So we'll give her a little assist. Put her in here. A little more cat brood. A little bit more. And this is the last frame with any amount of bees on it. So there's a little bit of syrup around the edge. A couple cells of pollen. There's eggs down in there. Looking like about 2-day-old, 3-day-old eggs are starting to lay down, so they're not fresh, but they're pretty dry. Let's see, how many more can I fit in here? It's empty. Let's see, I think that's about all I can fit. Yeah. I won't put this one in. This is just all drone comb. They don't need to be laying drones right now.
So foragers that are like out and about right now that are coming back to this hive, what's gonna go on with them again?
Well, I'm taking their home away.
Will they find where it went or not really?
No, they'll just find somewhere else to go.
Like a different hive?
A different
completely?
hive. Yep. Because the population is so low on this one, there's not that many. Not that many, so they'll just have to figure it out. So on this hive, I have the newspaper down, the queen excluder on. All I'm going to do is make a couple slits in the newspaper, see if I can find a seam. The bees will chew their way through the newspaper and slowly merge together. If it wasn't for the frame feeder, there wouldn't be much weight in this box. So we'll give it a couple days, well, probably a couple weeks. Let them merge together, keep an eye on them, and let everybody know how it went. Put the brick back on, stand it up to let me know that I need to come back and take a look at this one. This one's standing up because this is the split that was made when we first got the California hives back, and I haven't yet checked to see if the queen that I put in there is actually laying, and that's going to be the next thing I do here is dig into that one, see what she's doing, see if she's even in there, see how well they're doing. Okay. So I added top box with queen, and that's
Hey guys, if you made it this far in this video and you enjoyed it, and you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe and like this video, and if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, and if you want us to see anything else. Bye!